Warhammer 40,000 Battle Report Chaos Knights versus Raven Guard.
Forward team to Raven Master. Alpha threat level hostiles approaching fast through the valley. Raven Master received. 2 more Alpha level threats approaching from the west of the canyon. Deploy the Ancients and intercept. Execute.
Okay. Hello, welcome to Warzone, Morloc. Things might look a bit weird right now, and that's because of our COVID setup today. So I've still got Bill here, but he's...
I am like Holly from Red Dwarf. I'm contained within this device, and I'm actually 1-to-1 scale with the knights.
So today we're playing 2,000 points. It might be a bit rough around the edges, and we're not going to film a lot of it because obviously Bill's just a floating head.
I'm gonna do the old Space Saver DVD thing. Hang on. How cool is that?
So we're playing 2,000 points game from Chapter Approved 2019 Crusade, which is the easiest one. You get 6 objectives randomly on the map, and you score 1 point for holding each objective, starting at the beginning of your turn from the second battle round. I think that's probably the easiest you can play, really.
It sounds good. It sounds as simple as we'll get it. And with distance playing, it's an experiment. It's something to keep it tiding over. Warzone Morloc is still here, and we can't wait to play a proper game. But until the lockdown is over, until it's safe, this is how we must do it.
Yeah, we still love you, but we just can't get any content out, can we?
No. Virus sucks.
Yeah,
It
but
is what it is.
we've been working on a bunch of stuff though, haven't we?
I've been painting furiously, and so has Patrick.
Yeah, controversial me painting, but we'll see how it goes.
But coming soon, 3 or 4 brand new armies
Yeah,
will be competing in the Warzone.
I've got Custodes on the way, Space Wolves, and Orcs, and then a mystery army as well. And then we're going to be working on all the new stuff that comes up with 9th edition, aren't we?
Yeah, 9th edition, everyone's looking forward to it, everyone's hyped. Obviously, Necrons are going to be the big baddies of this edition, or certainly of this release. I am going to be repainting my orange Crons. I've sold a lot of them to a friend within the group, so they may still appear. But I'm all about the new models. Are going to be more menacing, more green, and more horrible to represent the truly grimdark, as opposed to the cartoony look I've had previously. So,
Nice.
new armies come in, new paint schemes, always fully painted on Warzone Morloc.
Yeah.
No mixing around.
If you were to buy 9th edition, the new box set, Bill, where would you buy it from?
I would buy it from the Bad Moon Cafe.
I'd buy it from the Bad Moon Cafe as well, you know.
Yeah, because they offer, I think it's a 20% discount on Games Workshop RRP.
Yep.
Obviously, the main shop isn't open, but they do have moved to an online store, so you can still get all of your Games Workshop products at a great discount with relatively good delivery, quick service. I've bought some stuff from there since, and they also do paints and other hobby essentials.
It's definitely a good time to support independent stores, isn't it?
Yeah, let's back the Bad Moon Cafe, let's back our friendly local gaming stores and Games Workshop for providing us with this wonderful game. 9th edition coming soon. There's going to be all sorts coming out, second waves, third waves of models. It's going to be fantastic.
And we got the new codex for Knights out today as well. So we're playing with that too.
What?
Yeah. I don't know how well they'll do against Raven Guard, because Raven Guard is just a really competitive army, got so much firepower.
Well, we've had a lot of comments in previous videos for more Raven Guard content.
Yeah.
We want to be the premier channel for Raven Guard and for Necrons in moving forward. So these are the 2 things we're going to work on a lot.
Yeah. We have low standards. We don't want to be the premier channel for Warhammer. We just want to be the premier channel for
2 armies.
2 armies.
Yeah. a terrible player. I don't care, but I want to get good.
Yeah.
Necrons are going to be the army that I try and get good with.
I think 9th edition is the time to do that, definitely, as well.
Yeah, but for today, I'll be rocking the Knights because you can't go wrong.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to say today? Thank you to everyone, I guess.
Thank you to everyone who's subscribed recently.
Yeah, thanks. We appreciate it.
Stuck with us. I do post sometimes in all the Facebook groups for Space Marines, Necrons, Knights, everything basically. It's Bill Morloc. So if you want to contact us directly, we've got a Facebook group called Warzone Morloc Brain Trust, and it's where all people who have been with us since the start and since have joined, and we can have a candid chat about what we should do on the channel, what armies are good, painting tips and things like that. So
All 3 of them. All 3 people.
All 3 people, yeah. No, it's up to about 70 members, so it's moving forward. But
Yeah.
I want to take it further, push it up. So if you're a subscriber, come and join the Brain Trust.
Yeah, definitely. We welcome people to come on the channel and challenge us as well, and definitely welcome any tips to improve the armies or advice on how to play, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get on with it, Pat.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and a big shout out to gamemat.eu who sent us a bunch of goodies as well. We appreciate that. Mats and these cool new objective markers, which are really handy. Thanks very much, everyone. Thanks for watching. All right, Bill, so you ready to roll off to see who goes first?
Got a dice in my hand. I've got the 6 face up. I'm definitely not going to roll it. I'm going to place it.
Okay, let's see this go. You can go first.
Okay. Can you see the dice rolling map with the
Yes.
alien in it? It's a strong 1.
It's a good start for old Billy boy. Yeah. Hey, guess what it is, Bill?
What?
Guess.
It's a 6.
It's a 6, yeah. It's a 6.
Of course it is.
So this is my 2,000 points of Raven Guard. It's just a single battalion. Unfortunately, it looks like it's a bit of a specialist night killer detachment today, with loads of heavy weapons and pulverizing drills. So I did give Bill the opportunity to play as the Raven Guard, but he just picked the models that he thinks are cooler. So he's going to be playing as the Knights. Making up the 2,000 points, I've got Shrike, and then a Phobos Lieutenant. And then for the troops choices, I've got 3 units of Intercessors, all with Stalker bolt rifles. I've got 4 Elites choices, 5 Centurions with the Assault variant. They're going to be deep striking in probably. 3 Redemptor Dreads, all with the Plasmas. And then as part of my heavy support choices, I've got 2 units of Las Fusel Eliminators. And then a Executioner over here, and finally a Leviathan with the dual storm cannons. Right, as the Warlord trait, I'm just going to go with Shrike as the Warlord. He's got built-in one for, I think it's called Shadow Masters, so he ignores Overwatch. And then, because he gets his relic for free, I'm going to give the classic relic for Raven Guard Ex Tenebris to the Phobos captain over here. Okay, so we've got 2,000 points of Knights here. We haven't used them much on the channel, but they're absolutely gorgeous army. For those of you who are more interested in the fluff and the models and everything like that, I think it's pretty cool. We've got Decima Incarnate Slaughter here. Look at that. Bill's done an incredible job painting that up. And then we've also got the Iconoclast House Lucaris. So if you take a look here, we've got Obadar Iron Malice. It's right here. And then we've also taken Elissar Thunderhead with a slightly different loadout there. And then we've also got the Big Knight as well as part of House Lucaris. Okay, so House Lucaris is part of the Iconoclast, so they get +1 attacks on the turn they charged, and then they also get -1 extra AP on the weapons on the turn they charged. Lucaris combos quite well with this because it also gives them +1 to hit on the turn they've charged as well. So I've got 4 Knights here. The Big Knight Tyrant is going to be my Warlord, with the Warlord trait that gives +1 to the Invuln. sorry, that's the relic, which is +1 to the invuln. And then the warlord trait is going to be Aura of Terror, which is subtract 1 from charge rolls that enemy units make against the warlord, which I'm hoping could be quite good if the dreads or maybe the centurions try and come in and batter him. And the 4+ invuln should hopefully keep him alive a bit longer, because you have to spend 3 CP to rotate iron shields on a tyrant class knight. Also making up this super heavy detachment, I've got a knight desecrator with the laser, and then I've got a rampager with the thunderstrike gauntlet and the chainsword, and then finally I've got the despoiler with the gatling, battle cannon, and rocket pod on top. That makes 2,000 points. Okay, so deployment's finished. Because I won the roll off, I picked the deployment type and which side I was going to deploy on. So I picked hammer and anvil, and then deployed on the side with the bastion, which you can see in a second. And then Bill deployed first, being the attacker and hoping to go first. He's basically just got all 3 in a line. He's got the 2 shooting knights stationary on the objectives, and then the 2 with the close combat weapons, assuming will be firing forwards, trying to take some of these objectives in the middle. And then for the Raven Guard, what we've got here is the Executioner on this objective over here. The line of 3 Redemptors, making a wall of muscle at the front. And then over on the left-hand side, the Leviathan. Then we've got squads of Intercessors and Eliminators in these little fortifications. Shrike down here, and then the Phobos Lieutenant there. Just basically a fire castle, seeing if they can withstand this knight onslaught. The knights are going first at the moment. Just going to see if I can seize the initiative.
Roger, going.
Well, feeling lucky. I've got the Bad Moon dice. Please check them out on their website store. I don't know I don't know if that's going to distract me or not, Bill, but
What?
Okay, knight's going first unless I can seize the initiative. No, it's a 5. You're going first, Bill.
Alright.
Nice. Okay, so it's the end of the knight's movement phase. Bill's moved the rampager forward and advanced her, rolling a 6 on the advance move, making basically like a 2 unfailable charge into the front row of Redemptors. The tyrant has moved up, who's debating whether or not to keep him on the objective over here, but thought it's better to try and do as much damage getting those melters into range. You can always move back onto that objective to score the points. Over on this side, the Desecrator, let me just check. Desecrator, yeah, has moved forwards onto objective number 5. And then the Despoiler at the back has only moved forward slightly, staying on objective number 3. Depending on whether the knights are alive on the next turn, that should get them 3 points, missing out on the 4th over there. So I'll come back to you after the shooting phase. Okay, so a bit of shooting done so far. The Desecrators fired the heavy laser destructor at the repulsor, doing 5 wounds, which isn't that bad. Then the Despoiler had a bit of trouble. The Gatling Cannon rocket pod went against the Eliminators, but because they're -1 to hit, +2 for being in cover, only managed to bump 1 of those off. And then the Rapid-Fire Battle Cannon fired against the repulsor. Strength 8 against toughness 8, got a few wounds through. Then +1 cover for being outside of 12 inches for Raven Guard against the only -2 AP, and he only took off 3 wounds. But still, that's the repulsor. Down 8 wounds remaining, and he's got the Tyrant to fire next. He's played the Trail of Destruction stratagem as well on that. And then there's fire going all over the place. It's got the Volcano Lance, the Melter Guns, Flagration Cannon, Shieldbreaker Missiles on top, which have fallen off, I don't know where they are. And then the Siegebreaker Cannons, I think it is. Yeah, that's it as well. So we'll come back when that firepower's done. Okay, just before we do get on to resolving the shooting, just want to show how Bill's resolved the, or designating the firepower. So the Volcano Lance is going into the repulsor, and so are the Siegebreaker Cannons on top. The 4 Melter Guns are going into this Redemptor here. Then the Shieldbreaker missile is going into the Leviathan, and then the Conflagration cannon is going into the Eliminators over here, just to try and bump them off. I think they're really dangerous with the flat 3 damage las fusils on them. So the Volcano Lance, we had to stop and just show you how this went. Fired into the repulsor. D6 shots, got 6. Hit with 5 of them, re-rolled the last one to have 6 hits. Then rolled 4 wounds straight through, -5 AP, even with a +1 for Raven Guard. Goes straight through, and it did 3 separate 3d3 damages, doing 14 wounds in total, completely obliterating the knight. I've just got to roll to see if it explodes, which it does. So probably going to command point that, dropping the Raven Guard down to 7. No, so that's fine. Okay, so the Flamer wiped out the last 2 Eliminators. Then the 4 Melter Guns did 6 wounds on the Dreadnought, not bad. And then the Shield Breaker missile went into the Leviathan, doing 3 wounds because it ignores its invuln. And the Siege Breaker cannons were wasted in the end. So now going on to the charge phase. So the Rampagers made it in. Bill rolled an 8 in charge, but yeah, only needed a 2-inch to get in. It's still holding the objective as well. Very gamey like that, don't we? And then it took 7 wounds in Overwatch though. 5 from the Redemptor on the right because the overcharged plasma with rerolls from Shrike behind, and 2 from the Redemptor on the left who suffered a mortal wound from overcharging himself. I think this one caused 4 from the plasma and 1 from the heavy flamer underneath, and this one just got a plasma shot through, so they're about to get annihilated, I assume. And then Bill's decided not to charge in against the Leviathan just because the sheer number of shots, and it's about a 10-inch charge over there, so probably not worth the risk of taking all that Overwatch, especially after this guy's taken 7 wounds already. Okay, because of the new House Lucaris rules, Bill's decided to use the Thunderstrike Gauntlet because they get +1 to hit on the charge. So they're going to be ignoring that unwieldy negative that they would normally get. So still going to be hitting on 2s on the charge. He's also played the full tilt stratagem as well because he really wants these Redemptors dead. So they're going to be re-rolling 1s as well. Splitting the attacks 3 onto each. They're base 5 for the Ravager, but they get +1 attack on the charge because of being an Iconoclast. So we'll come back to you and see how that goes. The Ravager is also getting extra hits on 6s as well. Okay, so the first round of attacks has gone through. Done 18 damage to this Redemptor. Just going to see if it blows up. No, it doesn't. Just going to remove that. Okay, and then the Knight Ravager also has just rolled a 4+ and thrown the dead Redemptor into the other one as part of the special rules called Thunderstrike Gauntlet. On a 4+, select one enemy unit within 9 inches, roll 1d6, does d3 mortal wounds, which caused 2 mortal wounds, dropping this Redemptor down 3 wounds because he'd already taken 1 from overcharge. Not that really mattered because the Knight has just come back and done another 18 wounds to the other Redemptor, killing it instantly. So just see if that explodes. No. Okay, so at the end of a spectacularly savage round of shooting and charging from the Knights, they've got first strike, and they should, with a bit of luck, have 3 objectives at the end of the next round, unless I manage to take out one of these Knights. I'm looking like I lost a lot of firepower there. It's 2 Redemptors gone, the Repulsor, and 3 Eliminators. Let's see what I can do going into Raven Guard. The end of the Raven Guard movement phase. They're in a bad way. Just got to figure out what I can do to try and put some punishment on these knights. I think I'm going to try and charge the Redemptor into the Rampager, see if he can, I don't know, punch it in the feet a bit. Shrike's moved up. These Intercessors have moved down to take objective 4. These guys will stay stationary, these ones will stay stationary, and the last few will stay stationary. They're all in range of Shrike now. And then the Leviathan has moved over as well to be in range of rerolls from Shrike 2. I'm going to say, sorry, I should really move these guys over a bit as well. Maybe just one, so that he's claiming the objective in 3 inches. I'll come back to you at the end. Quite a quick round of shooting. The Leviathan shot into the Knight Desecrator, doing 8 wounds. The Blast Fusils did 6 wounds, really good. Got 2 through, 2 wounded, 2 fails, even though Bill rotated his iron shields when the Leviathan shot. A couple of wounds taken off from each of the Intercessor squads, and then the Redemptor overcharged, Plasma Cannon, hitting on 4s but re-rolling everything. Took a mortal wound from a roll of a 2 because of the -1 for heavies. So he's down 7, did no damage on that night as well. So onto the charge phase. Not sure whether this is a good idea or not, but Shrike went in first. Shadow Master means no Overwatch, but only heavy stubber anyway, and the Redemptor's gone in as well. Gonna see if they can take down this knight somehow. I'll come back to you, see how they get on. It's a lot of wounds to get through. So I'm not hopeful, but I've got to do a crucial role for this me, so I thought I'd film it on camera. 4 attacks, 5 on the charge. So 4 hits so far. Let me just check if he's bracketed. Sorry, the laptop's on charge in the other room, so you can't see Bill, but he failed 3. Sorry, he failed 3, yep, saved 1 with a 6, because it's only -3. So 3d6 damage. For 5 damage, that is not ideal. For a potential 18 damage, it's only done 5. I think Shrike's probably going to get it. Oh, dear. Okay, things are fine. Shrike's got to do 19 wounds, I think. Yeah, with a potential maximum of 14, so should be fine. Hitting on 2s. Rolling for himself. Okay. And then wounding on 6s. Re-rolling because of lightning claws. Okay, so just 2. 2 fails though, dropping the knight down to 13 wounds remaining. Okay, so things haven't gone that well so far. The Redemptor's taken 18 damage and died. Does he explode? Yes. I can't spend a command point because I spent a command point on reroll earlier for wounds on the knight. When he died, he also got thrown into Shrike, doing 3 mortal wounds to Shrike, dropping him down to 3 or 4 left. But then, because Bill had put 3 attacks on each, 3 attacks came into Shrike. 1 missed, 2 went through, both wounded. Shrike saved 1 on his Iron Halo, but another flat 6 went straight through, killing him outright. And I couldn't re-roll the one I failed because I'd spent the re-roll already in the fight phase. So that's Shrike and the Redemptor dead, and I'll come back to you resolving the explosion if anything's in range. Okay, so in range is the Tyrant. Takes d6 mortal wounds, just 1, obviously. And then the Rampager takes 2. Dropping him down to 9 wounds remaining. And then it's just this unit of Intercessors over here. 3, so 1.5 more dead. Not a particularly successful round for the Raven Guard there. Didn't get first strike, lost Strike and another Redemptor and an Intercessor in my own turn. So just got to hope those Centurions come down and drill some face. But on to Knights. Okay, so at the end of the movement phase, the Knight despoilers stayed still on that objective, holding on over there. The Desecrators moved up just so that he can get within 12 inches of the Raven Guard, so they lose their -1 to hit ability. I mean, he's only got 6 wounds left, so he's already down a ballistic skill, so he needs all the help he can get. Over here, the Rampagers moved over to try and take on the Leviathan. And then the Tyrants moved up to consolidate to keep hold of that objective there. The laptop's charged up, so it's going to be a bit more fluid now. Also, he wants to be on camera now. The Knights are absolutely
I'm winning!
eating face.
I'm winning!
Okay, so the Tyrant is opening up everything into the Leviathan Dreadnought down here, who is going to play Duty Eternal, which is no longer half damage, sadly. But first, you've got 3 D6 shots with the Conflagration Cannon.
3 D6 coming up.
Auto hits. Oh my goodness!
16.
16 auto hits. It's only strength 7, so we're looking for 5s and 6s to wound.
Can you see okay?
Yeah.
What am I looking for?
5s and 6s. Oh, that looks quite healthy.
I think I've done alright there.
You joking?
Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
8. Luckily that the Stratagem Duty Eternal works really well on this because it's a 2 damage weapon normally. So I get 4 up saves. Only taking 3 damage, so 6 damage on that dread so far. You get D6 shots with a Volcano Cannon.
D6 shots coming up. For only the one.
You got 2 command points left if you want to spend one on that.
Of course I do.
Yes.
For 3.
Okay, not bad. Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. 3 hits.
And wounding on its strength 14, so 3's to wound on that.
That's 2 wounds.
Okay, it's AP minus a lot, so just at the Leviathan's 4 up in one. Failed both. I've got a command point, one of those. We're just going to get obliterated. That's a pass, so 1 is 3d3 damage.
3d3 damage coming up. 3, 4, 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
Damage. 5 damage.
Yeah, that's still pretty beastly. That's 11 wounds down. Now you've got a shield breaker missile. 1 shot.
Misses.
Okay, 4 melter cannons. Hitting on 3s.
3 hits.
Strength 8 against toughness 8, so 4's to wound.
2 wounds.
Okay, AP minus 4, so 4 up saves. Pass 1, fail 1. It's D6 damage on that.
For 6.
Yes, so that's the Leviathan dead.
Yeah.
As well. See if he blows up. He blows up. I've spent a command point already, so it's D3 damage all round. 3 damage.
Play all my games from miles away.
2 damage on the Knight, dropping him down to 4 wounds. And then D3 damage on this Knight. Just the 1, dropping him down to 10. Or her, actually. I think that's Decima Internal Slaughter. And then I just need to see what else. Oh, these guys will definitely be in range. Annoyingly, can't command point this because I used the command point on Leviathan's shield reroll. And the Lieutenant, 2 on him. Oh god. The end of the shooting phase for the Knights. The Despoiler has shot in, clearing off 4 of the Intercessors. And the Battlefire Cannon went into the Eliminators, taking out one of those. And the Heavy Laser Destroyer off the Destructor on its lowest bracket only managed to kill 1 of the Eliminators as well. We're on to the charge phase now. So the Rampager is going to be charging into the Lieutenant.
Yes.
Lieutenant gets 3 shots with Ex Tenebris, hitting on 6s. No rerolls because Strike's dead. Needs a 3-inch charge to make it in, Bill.
3-inch charge, I can manage that. 6. I mean,
6, so he's in. Okay. So you get, I think it's 5 attacks base. 5 attacks base.
Yeah.
And +1 for being iconoclast.
Got it.
You can either use the Thunderstrike Gauntlet or the Reaper Chainsword. The Thunderstrike Gauntlet's the better choice.
Do I still get the chance to throw it afterwards?
Nah, just because it's a vehicle. Basically, whichever weapon you're going to choose is going to turn him into March. Depends whether you just want to squish him in your hand or chop him in 2 with a chainsword.
I think we all know I like squishing in my fist. Make your own jokes.
So 6 attacks hitting on 2s. And 6s generate extra attacks.
How many more?
Frenzied Rampage, 1 additional hit for each 6.
Okay, so nice.
So what do you end up with there? 7 attacks?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, yeah.
You're wounding on strength 16 against toughness 4. So you're wounding on 0s.
Nice.
2s. Okay.
Yeah.
How many's that?
3 1s then.
Oh well. So that's 4 wounds through at AP -4. Goes straight through, doing 24 damage to the lieutenant.
I'm not sure if that kills him or not. Tell me.
I'll look it up. We'll come back to you with that. 24 wounds. And then consolidate towards the closest model, which is over here. And that's the end of the knight's turn. They score 3 points for holding 3 objectives. Yep, 3 objectives at the start of the turn.
Easy.
So they've got first strike, 3 objectives, and warlord. So 5 points to none going into Raven Guard turn 2. Okay, so the end of the movement phase, the Centurions have dropped in over here. I debated dropping them in on the back over here to take out this knight, but once they'd got to him, there's probably not going to be a lot they could do after that. So we'll try and take out the Rampager, and then God knows what we'll do against the Tyrant. All the other firepower is going to be going into the Desecrator over here. During this turn, move into the Assault phase, so they're going to be getting +1 to hit, +1 to wound against characters, but annoyingly that only affects this knight over here. So we'll come back to you at the end of the shoot. Okay, so just coming up to the last bits of shooting on the shooting phase, the 5 Incestors with the Stalker bolt rifles managed to take the last 4 wounds off the Desecrator, which is really good considering. And then the last Fusel shot in against the Despoiler, didn't manage to do anything over there. Down here, the Intercessors here managed to take 2 wounds more off the Knight Rampager. And then over here, the Centurions that have dropped in have shot all the Hurricane Bolters into the Knight Tyrant, the Warlord. 12 shots each, so coming out with like 56 shots or something. +1 to hit, +1 to wound because he's a character. Managing to do 17 wounds, which is pretty good. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s and 6s. So Bill's got, and it's -1 AP now because we're in the Assault Doctrine. Tactical Doctrine. So 17 wounds at -1, so 4 up saves on the Tyrant.
Here we go, here's the dice in my hand. That's 1 fail, 2 fail, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was it 4 up?
Yeah, 4 up.
2, 4, 6, 8 wounds taken. No, sorry, 9 wounds taken.
9 wounds taken, so he's taken 12 in total. Okay, and that's the end of the shooting phase. We're now moving on to the charge phase, where the Centurions are lining up to take on the Rampager. So it's 3 shots, just a heavy stubber there, hitting on 6s.
3 shots.
Hitting on 6s.
Nothing. 1.
Okay, wounding on 5s and 6s.
No.
Okay, and then we're looking for a 9-inch charge. I've got CPs left in case. 5 and a 2. Spend the command point on this one for a 4, so they make it in. We'll come back to you. Okay, so 21 attacks from the Centurions, hitting on 3s. Oh, there's a lot of ones there. Yeah, so missing 10 times out of 21 shots. Not ideal. And then strength 10 against toughness 8, so wounding on 3s. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 wounds there. So the spoilers moved up to claim this objective just to get a bit closer to everything. And then the tyrants stayed still on this objective here. Just about to unload everything into Centurion. So the tyrant starting off with the Volcano Lance, D6 shots.
D6 shots for 4.
Hitting on 3s.
Only the 1.
Okay. Wounding, well, that's terrible. Wounding on 2s.
It's a 4.
So that goes straight through. It does 3d3 damage.
3d3, 1, so it's 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 5 damage.
Okay, so that's 1 Centurion killed.
Alright.
Straight off. And then we've got the Conflagration Cannon. 3d6 shots.
3d6 shots.
Yeah.
So again?
Yeah, 3d6 shots.
Yeah, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10.
Wounding on 3s.
I've got a hit, yeah?
Yeah.
Got a hit?
No, it's auto hit on the flamer.
Okay.
Yeah, wounding on 3s. Sorry if you can't see this.
Can you not see it?
It's a bit blurry, but as long as you tell us what it is.
6 have gone through.
At -2, so 4 up saves on the Centurions. Failing 2, so 2 damage each. That kills another one. You've got 4 melters next.
Cool. 4 melters hitting on
3s.
Oh, all missed.
No way.
1s and 2s all the way.
Shield breaker cannons next. So that is 4 D3 shots.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nice.
Hitting on 3s.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hitting on 3s. Loads. 2, 4, 6, 8 hits.
Wounding on 3s.
I'm going to roll him properly. Hang on. So 5 have gone through.
Okay. It's -1, isn't it, on a shield breaker? Yep. So all passed on that. So that's the end of that one. Moving on to Despoiler. Everything's going into the Centurions again. This need taken out. If you want to know why I'm not playing Transhuman, it's because I don't think that's going to make any difference with 2 full rounds of shooting with knights against them. So
it is me rolling though, so
yeah, that's true. You killed 2 so far. Rapid fire battle cannons, 2 D6 shots.
2d6 is in for 5. Not great.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3, so that's 3. Only 3 have gone through.
And then wounding on 3s.
Only the 1.
Oh, maybe I should have played Transhuman. 4 up save. Yeah, save that. 12 shots with the Gatling.
How many?
12.
3, 6, 9. Here we go. Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits.
Wounding on 3s.
6.
6. 4 ups. Failed 2, so that's another one dead and 1 down to 2 wounds. Then you got 2 heavy stubbers, so 6 shots.
6 shots.
3s and then 5s.
5 to wound. Only 2.
No AP on those. Nope, they're okay. And then the D6 from the rocket pod on top.
For 5.
Hitting on 3s.
4 have gone through.
Wounding on 4s for this one.
Only 1 wound.
Oh, sorry, it's, yeah, 1 wound, okay. No AP on that. That goes through, killing and the Centurion, just leaving 1 left.
Good call.
That's the end of the... Yeah, there's just 1 Centurion left now. That's the end of the shooting phase. You could probably charge the Knight in. Yeah.
Let's go for it.
It needs a 7-inch charge. You got 1 command point left.
It's a 4.
What did you get?
2 and a 2.
You can spend a command point to reroll 1.
I'm going to have to. I'm doing
Okay.
it. Yay! Make it with a 5.
Oh, nice. I regret saying that last command point. So you're out of command points now, but he's in. I'll do the Overwatch. Okay, so the 1 Centurion actually managed to do 6 wounds on the Knight. So you got 6 4-up saves. Because of the flamers auto hitting. 6 wounds, 4-up save.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. What, save 4 up?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 have gone through.
Okay, so dropping you down to 12.
Now I get to kill you, yeah?
Yeah. So now you've got 12 attacks hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5.
You just went down a bracket, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm damaged. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Only the 4.
And wounding on 3s.
Only the 2.
2 at -2. This Centurion could survive this, which could be bad news.
That'll get right on my nerves if it does.
Yeah, it's passed both those saves.
Oh, you scumbag.
5 attacks back, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, +1 for characters, doing 9 damage because it's -4, goes straight through your armour, dropping him down to 3 wounds remaining. Oof. The end of that turn, the Chaos Knights score another 2. I think putting the scores at like 9-2, something like that. Go into Raven Guard turn. So I need a morale start of my turn for the end of the last turn for the Centurion. Lost 4, leadership 8, so no, he's fine. I'm not actually going to move anything this turn because there really is no point. I'll keep him locked in combat. He probably will kill that knight just on his own.
I just want to see it blow up.
There's nothing left on the board now. There's 10 intercessors and a Centurion and a Las Fusel against 2 knights. But so start with 5 intercessors shooting into the other knight over here, hitting on 3s, wounding on 6s. 2 wounds there, 5-up save.
5-up save. 4 doesn't make it.
2 wounds, sorry.
2.
Yep.
Failed the second one.
Okay, so takes 4 wounds. So it begins. The unlosable battle.
Hold my beer.
Next set of intercessors on the left. 3s. 1 wound, -2.
Yeah, watch this. It's a 6.
Okay. Last Fusel guy. Hits. Doesn't wound. I think it's straight 8 on a Last Fusel. Last intercessor over here. Misses. That's the end of the shooting phase. Onto the fight phase. So the Assault Centurion Sergeant going into the Tyrant. Hits all of the times. Wounds on 2s. 3 wounds straight through. Kills the Tyrant. Does he explode?
On a 1, it does not explode.
Okay. That's good news for the Raven Guard. They score another 2 points for holding these 2 objectives, putting it 9-4, I believe. Going on to Chaos Knights turn 4. Come back to you. Right, so the Knights moves up. We're going to say he can charge into these guys because it's a bit gamey otherwise he can't attack them at all. And then he's firing the rapid fire battle cannon and the Avenger Gatling cannon into the remaining Centurion because he really wants him dead. And then the Iron Storm rocket pod and the Stubbers are going into that last intercessor as well. So 2d6 shots with a battle cannon.
2d6 shots coming up for 9.
Okay, you're hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. There you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wounding on 3s.
All of them wound.
Okay. +1 cover for Raven Guard over 12 inches though. So -1. So looking for 3s. Fails 2. 2d3 damage.
2d3 damage.
Yeah.
Coming up. Oh. 6.
Okay, so that's the last Centurion dead. Avenger Gatling cannon gets wasted, but 6 shots with the Stubber.
2, 4, 6. Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
3 hits.
4s to wound.
2 wounds.
No AP, +1 for cover, so 2s. He's fine. D6 shots with the rocket pod.
Rocket pod is only for 1.
Okay, hitting on 3.
Hits.
And then wounding on a 3 as well. See if we can get this last guy.
It doesn't wound 2.
Okay. That's the end. And then the charge phase. This knight's going to charge in against the intercessors and the last Fusel dude. So do the Overwatch on camera. Nothing from the intercessors. Last Fusel misses. Charge. Oh, you can't fail it. Just put you in.
Push me in.
Okay, so a Despoiler gets for 12 attacks.
Wow, stand by. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So 3 into the Las Fusel, 9 into the intercessors, I think.
That'll do me.
Just move it over so you can see the combat.
So do I roll those separately?
Yeah, do 9 attacks into the intercessors first.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Roll them to hit. On 3s, I'm assuming.
Yep.
5 hits.
3's to wound. Oh, 2's to wound actually. Sorry.
2's to wound, they all wound.
Okay. How many's that?
5 wounds.
Okay, so 5 wounds at -2. So fail 4 of them. So D3 one at a time for me.
How many?
4 go through, but 1 at a time. D3 damage.
Okay, so the first one is D3 is 2.
Okay, kills him.
2 wounds. The next one is a 3, so another 2.
Yep.
And there's a 5, so it's another 3 wounds.
Yep.
And then a 4 for 2 wounds.
It's clean sweep. 4 intercessors dead. Look at this dead pile, and it's only on turn 4. And then 3 attacks into 3 attacks into the Las Fusel sergeant.
Yeah, 3 attacks, 2 hits, 1 wound.
2's to wound, was it? So was it?
2's to wound, yeah, 1 got through.
Okay. 5 up. No, fails. D3 damage.
2.
He's dead as well.
I'm doing alright.
Fighting back with the intercessor. 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 6s. No wounds there. Does he die in morale? Yes. Reroll. Nation no fear. And he's gone 2 on a 6. Just a clean out over here. And another point for the Knights, bringing it 10-4. I think I've got to give up there. With the Centurion alive, even one of them, maybe I had something to do, but just some intercessors left against a pretty much fully kitted out Knight. And at 10-4, I'm going to give up. Good game, Bill.
Thank you very much, Patrick. It's been a pleasure to play you from miles away. Hang on. Interesting with that last combat with the guys up on the ridge. Like, I know that sort of preempting 9th edition rules there.
Yeah.
Where the knight will be able to attack on multiple levels. But that's what we would have done anyway, because that's how we roll, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like playing that people can't attack things, because otherwise you get to a point where the models, you can't play the game. I know they have a stratagem called Devastating Reach, which means that the knight can attack 6 inches up, but I don't think you should have to pay a command point for
Indeed. So
this thing being able to attack there.
The new rules like that are anything to go by. It will be a much more intuitive and narrative-driven rule set whilst being competitive.
Yeah,
with
I
the
agree.
inclusion of secondaries at the same time.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it should be played like for every player having the best opportunity to play the game. You shouldn't be able to shut people down with like -4 to hit flyers and stuff like that. Yeah. It's not in the spirit of the game, is it?
Indeed, but it is in the spirit of our game, and therefore we are inadvertent play testers, and therefore 9th edition, you're welcome.
Thank you, Warzone Morloc.
Yeah, it was mostly us.
Okay. I'll probably see you in 2-3 years' time. I don't know. When do you think?
Yeah, I'll see you during 10th edition.
All right, bye, man. Thanks for playing today. Really enjoyed it. See you.
Thanks for setting it up. Cheers.
Bye.